All right, quarantine cast 2-0.
20, dude.
20, dude.
20.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, I feel good. I think our Quarcasts are getting hot.
Are they getting hot?
They're getting hot. I mean, I was going to say they were hot at 11, but you can't now. In fact, it's weird. Actually, it's funny that I bring that up. So here's what I'm going to say is I'm all for people partying in the street and having a good time. Everyone's very jovial right now. But one thing I don't get is when I'm like, hey, maybe you shouldn't do that. People are like, don't shame us. When I see like a 10-year-old girl dancing to wet ass pussy, I don't think that should happen. I don't think anybody should be okay with that. I don't understand. Like, I'm all for everyone's like losing their mind over the election. That's fine. But like, I walked to go get coffee and people were like partying in the streets and they had like speakers on the corners.
Yeah.
And like,
it's like Biggie's funeral.
Dude, it was fucking absurd. And then like, they put on WAP and like people are like going for it. Then there's like 4 girls that gotta be the age of like 10 or 11, just like losing it. And everyone's like, yeah. I'm like, I don't think this should be happening. It's like, and everyone's just like clapping and cheering them on. I'm like, yeah, I guess that's okay. But then I was like, man, they probably shouldn't be doing this. Someone's like, don't shame them, man. Come on, let them have a good time. I'm like, I don't care that they're dancing, but put on like fucking, I don't know, Raffi. Don't put on something about some chick shoving a big dick in her ass, dude. Like, I don't understand why everyone's okay with that. And then if I look like a dick when I'm like, maybe we should tone it down. They're like, come on, man.
It's kind of funny. It's kind of hilarious though. Like it's almost off-putting that it's like people are celebrating that, Kamala Harris is the first female not only the first female vice president, but the first black female vice president. And hey, great, whatever. But at the same time, it's like, we should celebrate that. Twerk our asses off in the middle of Broad Street because, this election's over. And it's like, well, technically it's not because there's like 8 states that can do a recount and they can call on that. And let's not forget, I mean, dude, it was like, I forget who, I think it was like Newsweek, when Trump was first running against Hillary. Newsweek put out on their front cover, Madam President. I was like, oh yeah, all right. Then there was fucking, what's his name who ran against Truman?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, Dewey defeats Truman. Like, hell yeah, dude.
No, he doesn't. And then of course there was, I think it was like the, Washington Post was like, please welcome President Gore. It was like, dude, all right. I mean, I don't want this to change. I don't really give a shit. I do not care. But at the same time, it's like, I just think it's so funny that everyone's going nuts. They're like, Trump's out, Trump's gone. And the first 2 things I heard Biden's done, number one, he interrupted one of the best college football games I've ever seen in my life, which was Notre Dame and Clemson. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Dude, I was watching it. The game was really fucking, I thought it was gonna be a blowout. I thought Clemson was gonna fuck them up, even without their starting quarterback. But it was really good. And then all of a sudden it goes to some fucking parking lot in Delaware. And it's like, she comes out, she's talking, and I'm like, okay, let's go, commercial break. Then after like 10 minutes, I'm like, wait, is this just on? And then I see the bottom left hand of the screen. I didn't even notice it was like game coverage on USA. And I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, man. And then he comes out and he's like, yo, my sister's here. My sister-in-law's here. We had other family. I'm like, well, it's in Delaware, where you're from.
Yeah. We would think that there would be your family. It's like, it'd be like, my mom wanted to come, but she said, fuck you. She's not coming. I mean,
and then the only political thing I saw he's actually going to do is like, he's like taking a hard stance on like reversing all of Trump's shit. And one of them is like a huge tax break. And I was perfect. I mean, I don't give a shit. It's not going to affect me. I'm nowhere near that tier of, income where it's going to affect. But I mean, people fucking trashed Ice Cube and he was like, and 50 Cent, but they're like, yo, dude, we make a shit ton of money and Biden will fuck us up.
Fuck me up. But I think it would be so great to see is if someone started like twerking, celebrating fucking Joe Biden won, and then like mid twerk, they get told that Trump actually wins. Like, just to see the breakdown of that.
Then the real twerking come out. The Trump girls come out, dude. They drop that thing breaking concrete, dude. I'm
surprised there hasn't been one like that. I've only seen like shitty like Trump girl like videos where they're just like singing off key and looking like complete retards. I would love
dude, I'll say that Trump girls are way hotter than fucking Biden girls, dude. Don't get me wrong. I know there's some people that love Biden and they're attractive girls, but Trump chicks, whew.
They work for it, man. They got the money.
More ways than one. Speaking of Trump, I heard you showed your dick to a bartender the other night.
I felt so bad.
I don't know why it's speaking of Trump, but
speaking of dicks and Trump,
that's so funny. He left the White House and he has to like show ID now. Yeah. He's like, I was president. And he's like, okay, and just pulls his little dick out.
It's like, here, see, dude, that's a good way to fucking.
What sucks? No one's talking about is whoever gets assigned to the Secret Service, because he's technically still president, and the president, I think, gets it for what? How long after the presidency?
I think forever.
Damn.
You get it for the rest of your life.
Dude, you know what? I take that back. I don't feel bad. I feel fucking jealous because that dude, they're just going to get a party because no one's going to give a fuck about Trump anymore. And that guy, and Trump's going to be like, I don't know, man, do whatever you want to do. But I'd be like, sweet, just get fucked up.
Dude, drunk Secret Service would be the best.
Dude, Secret Service for Trump right now, you're partying, dude. You're going to Russia. You're whizzing on beds. Forget about it, dude. It's going to be a fucking party time.
That's another thing I've always wondered about too, is like when presidents definitely have like mistresses and whatever, and you know that their Secret Service has got to know to an extent because they got to be there, like to protect them if anything happens. I wonder how much trickle down pussy Secret Service guys get.
I guarantee they've been getting pussy since the Kennedy administration.
It's gotta be that way, right? The Kennedy is fucking Marilyn Monroe. You know his like head.
So was Bobby. That whole fucking family was plugging her.
There's no way that a Secret Service dude didn't fuck some other like 1950s Playboy model. There's guys gotta be. I just you never hear anything about that though. You'd think there'd be like a fucking book about Secret Service dudes.
And even if Trump got killed, like say he was in like fucking, I don't know, fucking South America, just getting nuts. And you obviously, you're Secret Service, you got to follow him down there, you know, that's your duty. Say he gets murked down there, walking around fucking Brazil. It's like, okay, dude, no one's going to give a shit. No one's going to be like, who was fucking guarding him? People are going to be like, yo, good for you. He's dead because people want him to die. You know who I do feel bad for? Who gets assigned to Pence. Good God. Man,
that's just
I just picture a lot of like Bible studies and quiet nights.
Such like, I mean, I guess your job's easy, but you're gonna
but it's out of your boring as shit. Speaking about forgetting people, like, dude, I could name you like maybe 7 vice presidents from the beginning of presidency. That's it.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't.
I was talking about,
but they still get it too.
When they were talking about Hillary Clinton, I was like, yeah, do you even remember her running mate? No one does. I can't even, like, everyone was like, Hillary Clinton. I was like, yeah, who was her vice?
And I have no idea.
Of course you don't. Nobody does. Like, that's how memorable vice presidents are, unless they do something fucking insane. Like, that's what I want. I wish there were more crazy vice president. I mean, I guess Dick Cheney was kind of nuts, and the only reason he was fucking nuts because he shot that guy in the fucking face.
And also, a lot of people didn't even realize how nuts he was until his movie came out.
Yeah.
Until Vice came out, and then they're like, "Oh shit, Cheney just basically used him as a puppet." It's like, well, it's not hard. No. Have you ever heard Bush talk?
Bush,
you know what I mean, it's like Cheney knew what the fuck he was doing, dude. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna stay right here, right underneath the radar, where I can control this fucking idiot."
Oh, I'm Vice. I'm over here though.
Don't blame it on me, dude. That was him. He called it.
I'm the vice president. Fuck you. I was having party time. I shit in my pants.
Speaking of party time, so let's get back to this because you dropped this little nugget on me before we started. You're like, yeah, so like, you called the phone.
So last night, the girlfriend, she got a little fast and loose with some wine coolers and some spirits.
The lady did.
And she decided that, she just didn't want to have her phone anymore. So she left it at a bar. So I went to I called them. I looked for it here. And then I called the bar. I was like, hey, I was there like maybe an hour ago. I think my girlfriend may have left her phone. And he's like, oh, we did find one at this one table. But like when you come here, can you like call it so like we know that like,
right.
it belongs to you? I was like, yeah, no problem. So I got there. And I wasn't even thinking. I was just like, at that point in time, I was pretty fucking frustrated. So I was like, I called, and he's
like, hammered?
No.
Oh, you were. She was. She was hammered though.
On planet fucking.
But you were just pissed off.
I was just like, what the fuck? So like, I showed up, and he's like, he's like, oh, is this phone? Okay. and he's like looking at it like, I mean, like this, and there's like one other person behind him. The fucking name comes up, and the picture for me when I call is me holding my hard penis, but I drew on like the photo arms like this and a wig on it. So all they saw was a hard.
So this guy's holding the phone. You call it, rings. You're like, okay, good enough. And they're like, 1 second. We're just trying to figure this out. This might be you.
He was just like, dude, I
what if they're like, all right, we need you to put your hands on your hips? You're like, okay. You're like, now pull your hard dick out. You're like, I feel like this is a bit much for her to get a phone back. They're like, well.
He's holding it up. He's just like looking at it like,
It'd be funny if you just see him like, oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's like, dude, are you jerking off, dude?
If he's just like,
he starts smelling the phone. He's like, oh, god damn it.
What is that? What is that? But no, I felt bad. Dude, he wasn't even amused. He was just like,
oh, dude, that's, yeah, you got to feel like a dick then. You're like, oh, come on.
That's why I felt bad. Like, if he had like been like, whatever. But like, I could tell, like, you know, this guy's probably on his like fucking second job of the day, third shift, just like trying to get through it, find the fucking phone, trying to be the good person, and then gets walloped with a fucking hard dick with arms drawn on it with a toupee.
That's sick. You want Superman arms on it though. You're like,
I did. I made it look like very official.
That's good.
But I felt bad because he just didn't want anything to do with it. And the person behind, the chick behind her was just like, and like it just like walked away. I was like, God damn it. I'm fucking sorry. That
really? She wasn't into it?
Oh, no. The dude was just like, what the fuck? And the chick was just like, like, I honestly felt bad because it looked like I was pranking them. Like I was just like, trying to like get them to look at my dick. And I felt like an asshole. Like I was like, fuck me. I was like, I'm so sorry.
Did you tell her when you got home, or you're like, yo, can you change that?
The next day, so this morning, she was like, oh, thank you for getting my phone. I'm like, yeah. So they saw my dick. I didn't know you had that. She's like, oh my God, I didn't even think about that. I'm like, yeah. So like maybe, how about just a smiling picture of me or something?
Or just the RS, the standard iPhone RS initials. I'll go with that too.
It's fine. Or zoom in so close to my dick that you don't even know what it is until you have
it just looks like canyons.
It looks like peaks and valleys from the Mars rover. It's just like super.
Like, my girl's really into, planets.
She's into macro porn, dude. She just likes to look at it very close up. That's also a weird thing, not to get offside. Do you know dudes? I knew dudes who were like that.
What?
That were like super into like zoomed in pornography.
Zoomed in pornography?
Like I knew
like so like the just dick like that like right on that angle?
Yeah, like but I knew dudes who like literally had like porn mags where it wasn't even like, I don't even think one of them, there was no faces. It was just all vagina. Like super,
I don't. Yeah, I mean, I don't know guys that were into that. I remember when I was younger and like magazines would have that, or when like internet porn first started becoming a thing. But it was also like that shit sucks.
Yeah,
like, I know how sex works. They're like, all right, for all you guys that doesn't know what happens to the dick when you don't see it, we're gonna give you a close up.
It's like, I don't even like that. Who's that?
Yeah, no, it's not.
That's what I want to know. Is like, who was that for? Who was literally like, you know what? I like how she's getting railed, but I need to be in there. Like,
yeah, do they watch it close up too? Are they like, oh my God, this is so fucking hot, dude?
It's just, they're sitting there with a porn director. He's like, what do you want to do for your next one? He's like, look, I'm thinking Inside Out. Right?
He's doing this shit, but he's like
it's beautiful.
Can we just focus in on that one dimple on the nutsack and watch it just pulsating?
He's got that one, like the weird like lens thing that direct have. He's just like looking directly at an asshole. Just like
he's got the cone to yell at like in the 20s. He's like, all right, bring it back.
He's got
the close up on taint.
He's got the big director pants with the side things coming out. He's like,
he's like shooting a Charlie Chaplin movie. He's like, all right, that's a wrap. Moving on to nut sacks.
Yes, I need to see the inside of your urethra now. And that's a print.
Dude, that's so funny. But like, I don't know. It's funny that, I mean, back to the story, which is the fact that she had that on her phone. as the picture, which whatever, I think, that's funny, but
Whatever,
also
yeah.
like, do you guys talk on the phone a lot or is it more texting?
Both. We do both.
Okay. But all right. So the majority, there is a good portion of your communication that is calls. So it's like, you have to, when you put that on there, and God bless her for it, because that's hilarious. But at the same time, it's almost like, do you know where you're going to be at all times? Do you know where your phone's going to be? Because your phone doesn't matter if it's locked or not. If someone calls, that picture's coming up.
The other thing is, too, she's constantly losing the fucking thing.
That's not great.
Misplacing it. So, like, if she's like, can you call it and see? I'm like, I don't know if I want to now.
I mean, good thing she loses it in Philadelphia. Christ. Yeah. I mean, 50% of the population in here could spot your dick pics. It's like Shaner call it. It's like call it up. Some random goes like, oh, it's Shaner. I know. It's probably his girlfriend.
I've seen that dick. Look at that stupid thing. I've never seen it with hair, though. It's like,
so, I mean, dude, it's still funny to me that, like, it's not funny because, like, I've been in that position where you're like, God damn it, I just want this fucking night to be over. To get hit with that, it's like, God damn it. Like, that would actually piss me off. Like, I'd go back, like, dude.
I walked there. That was the whole thing, too. It's like, I didn't know her phone was gone.
If I would, just not to cut you off, but if I was there, let's just make it very clear, I would have laughed my fucking balls off if it wasn't my dick pic and it was yours. Yes. But I get it. With you being in that position, it sucks.
Yeah, believe me. If anybody else saw it, I get why it's funny.
It's funnier if it was like a chode pic of like it's like some random one she has of you. You're just like, it's like freezing out. You're like, why use that?
It's me holding my nutsack up and my dick down, like trying to make it like
you're doing the bat wing. You're just bent over backwards. Like, why?
I have two googly eyes on my scrot, just like
that. Dude.
Like, fuck. It's like, why would you?
I hear you.
But I don't know why. That was just. I mean, it was just icing on a shit cake. I was just like, mother.
Yeah.
It would have been, honestly, it would have been better for me, quite frankly, if the dude did laugh. If he was like, if he just like, but he was just as over it, dude. He was like, fuck.
Oh, I'm sure, dude. It's like a fucking Sunday night. There's like no one there. He's ready to just go home. It's like, oh, dude, come on. It's almost like that time when you gave that guy the naked playing card, which I don't know if we ever brought up on this, but if we did, apologies. But there was one time me and Shayna we're at my sister's house with her and her roommate, Lindsay, and Lindsay is a big liquor rep in Philly, and she gets VIP at all these clubs that she caters to. So we went to I don't even remember the name of the fucking bar. It was like a club bar
either.
Over in where was it? In Old City?
Where the fuck was it?
I don't know. Whatever.
Doesn't matter.
It's like a warehouse thing. Like you walk in, there's two giant bars, and you walk in, there's a big giant dance floor, smoke, fluorescent lights. No one's paying attention. Everyone's on their phone taking Instagram pictures, but we go in there. Me and Shane you and me were already half in the bag, actually pretty far in the bag. And I remember walking in there and then like looking at you being like, yeah, this isn't going to last long. Like, we don't do bars like this. It's a club. This fucking sucks.
It was terrible. It was fucking
It's like, oh my, fuck this. And you were like, let's get a drink. And I said, well, I think Lindsay might be able to hook it up. And you're like, we didn't know where her and Rissy went. So you were like, all right, fuck it. I'll just get this round. What do you want? I was like, just give me a fucking, beer and a shot. You're like, all right. And you go over to the bar and I went with you, just looking around and it was like, we were normal, whatever. And you're like, hey, can I get 2 beers and 2 shots of Jameson, whatever. And the guy puts it up and he's like, it's like $22.50. You're like, all right. And you pull out your wallet and you just put down the card and you go, keep it open.
I was like,
oh no, you can slide on the card. And he goes, you're like, and you can leave that open. He's like, all right, man. He's like, oh, God damn it, dude. Come on. Because he started walking away to like put it with the other credit card. It's like, come on, dude. You're like, wait, is that not my Visa?
Don't leave home without it. You know what I'm saying?
I would have died if he was trying to swipe it. It's like, what side is this? Is it a fucking chip? Is there a chip? It's like, yeah, it's on the dick.
He tries to insert the balls. He's like, this isn't working.
Classic.
You don't have any money on this.
I laugh.
Yeah. Also, when I
really?
He's like, this has been declined. I don't know if you can tell. There's nothing on it.
Dude, I was fucking crying when you did that. That was one of the funniest fucking things you've ever done. Was just I didn't even think anything of it. Like you just, hand him a card like anybody would hand a bartender a debit card. He's like, you gotta keep that open. He's like, all right, god damn it, dude. I was like,
the craziest thing about this card is
that would have been funnier if that was that guy. He's like, come on.
He's like,
there's all like
it.
gay male models there as bartenders.
Dude, that's crazy.
That would have been funny if it's like his rival male model. He's like, don't give me a Scott, dude. You give me anything.
How did you know about this? How did you know about this?
You give me the Scott of diamonds? How dare you, bro?
It's the Dave of clubs, dude.
Well, going around the random bars and handing that in as a debit card is the funniest fucking thing in the world.
I also think it's crazy that I keep this in my wallet. So like every now and again, I'll pull out my actual debit card and it'll fall out of the table. And we're just like, I'm like, oh, sorry.
Sorry, I got to put more money on that.
I don't know, dude. You guys take balls?
Do you guys take gay dick? All right.
Sorry,
No,
I know you guys aren't. I know you're not down with Discover, but you take hard dick because I got a 5 of clubs here.
Damn, dude. He's like, you're gonna give me the Ellis of spades? Do you know my history with Ellis? That son of a bitch has taken 3 of my gay catalogs.
I also felt bad. Like, what if that was the thing that put that bartender over the edge? He's just
that night? I mean, dude, it was packed.
That would just
it was packed. He had fucking 50 people at the bar. Honestly, I was like, you're gonna send him into a fucking tailspin. This guy's gonna have to fucking try and kill us. I mean, it'd be worth it, to be honest with you. It'd be worth it.
I was like, if they were like, what happened? Why did you guys get thrown out of that bar? Why did you start that fight?
It'd be hilarious. Explaining to people why we got thrown out and into a fight. I'd be like, Shaner tried to use a naked guy playing card as a debit card. They're like, nah, that's pretty good. I'm like, yeah, dude. It's fucking great. Club sucked.
Even that explanation right there is like, so Shaner went to jail. Why? It's like he tried to pay for drinks with a nude model playing card.
Dude, what if we didn't know something? There was like a secret currency of gay playing cards in the city, dude. And they're like, oh, you want the real treatment? We'd be like, wait, what's happening?
Drinks are on me.
Ignition. I'm like, whoa.
Dude, what if that also the backfiring of like me just be like, keep it open? He's like, he just takes it and then he comes back and there's his numbers on a napkin. He's like,
come on, dude. Hold on. Give me that back.
All right, look, I get done at 3:30. You better be here to fuck my ass. It's like, I did not. That backfired a little bit. It's like, God damn it. Has that ever happened to you?
When I give out gay naked playing cards? No, not yet.
No, like playing if you play like weird gay chicken and you don't think like someone's gonna out gay it and then they get like way gayer.
Yeah.
With something and you're just like, you didn't think that.
I can't remember it, but it was in like a physical thing. It was like we were spouting off dumb shit that we were like, this is technically, I guess you could consider this gay. And one of my buddies, this is years ago, but one of my buddies, I remember saying like, you remember we were at fucking our other buddy Joe's house. He was having this, he like when we were young, he was like one of the first ones to own or like buy a house. He was like in the union, and it was funny because like he bought his, like everybody else in that neighborhood in South Philly does, is buy their fucking parents or aunt or grandmother's house.
Of course he did.
So we partied, but I mean the house was from 1948, but we got it in that house. It was great. But this dude Joe used to have all these parties, and we used to go there after skating. And one night there was a party there, and fucking I was there, but I was passed out upstairs. This happened apparently like 5 a.m. This one dude that we used to skate with was sitting next to another guy who we knew, but like friend of a friend. He was this big black dude, and he was nice as shit, but like definitely didn't skate. I'm not even very clear to this day why he was there.
Yeah.
But yeah, damn. He might have been there, dude. Jordan was probably walking around like, damn, you're about to get gay. You can't remember that. So
what if Jordan was there when I put the gay playing card down?
He's like, damn.
Damn.
That would hurt my ass.
I don't think I'd be able to walk straight after
It's too
that.
deep.
Yeah.
So they were on so it was my one buddy who we were, bullshitting, playing this stupid game with, was sitting on the couch. Now, keep in mind, this was like months prior, maybe even like a year prior. He was passed out on the couch, and that the big black dude was passed out on the regular couch, just one section. He's on the other side, and apparently, like, he was dead asleep, but kept making his way over, to my buddy. And at one point, my other buddy Tony and a couple other guys were still up, like roaming around the kitchen, living room area, and they started noticing it. And they're like, "Dude, what the fuck's going on here?" And then all of a sudden, the black dude, fucking in dead asleep, passed out, randomly just puts his hand right, not on his dick, but like high on your thigh that you can get without pinky was right on nutsack. He was pinky sacking it. He was giving a little tickle on that sack, I think.
Little pink sack.
And then, dude, my buddy who was sitting there, like, all my friends, like Tony and all them, they were just dying laughing, like, "What the fuck, dude?" And they started like making bets, like, "Yo, he's gonna pull his dick out and jerk him off in his sleep, dude. This is gonna happen." So these three assholes are watching this happen from like, and they're just like, "This is amazing." They're like watching a cockfight. Like, come on, they got like money out. They're watching his hand. I swear to God, dude, his hand just keeps creeping up. And my buddy's so fucked up and passed out, he doesn't move. So finally, like, dude, he grabs his dick over his pants, but like his hands like he was like apparently like waxing on, waxing off. Dude. So my buddy Tony woke up my other buddy who was getting the fucking over the pants HJ and was like, dude, what is this? And my buddy was like, "What the fuck, you fucking faggot? What the fuck?" And the gay black guy woke up. And to this day, God, I'll have to ask Tony, but his reaction is the funniest thing he said he's ever seen. I'm so pissed I was upstairs asleep. But he goes, dude, he woke up and he just goes, "Ah." It's like, what's happening? Because like my one buddy's pushing him, and like my other buddies are trying to like chill him out because he's a fucking nut job.
Yeah.
Like nut job. Dude, he goes into the kitchen and grabs a fucking butcher knife and just puts it in the handles on the couch were wood, and he just goes, or not a butcher knife, but like a big steak knife, and just goes and puts it into the couch, and he holds it and just goes and passes back out again. And he's like, "If you fucking come over I was like, why wouldn't you just move off of the couch?
Just go away now.
Dude, but Tony goes, it was the weirdest thing, but that kid's reaction, that fat black dude, like a gay guy's reaction when we woke him up, like, dude, what are you doing? He just goes, "Ah!" But then just like passed right the fuck back out because he was so drunk. He's just like, and his hands are just going out. He's just like a horny gay Doc Ock. He's all over the place with it, dude.
He pulled a gay Dracula. He's like, "Ah!" and then he went back into slumber.
And then the next day, we all left and like got something to eat, and then we were all gonna go skate. And we got to like, I think we were at City Hall or Love Park, one of them, and fucking we got there, and my one other buddy who wasn't there was like, "Yo, man, what happened last night at fucking Joe's house? I heard fucking blah blah blah, woke up, blah blah." He's like, "Yeah, he's looking for you motherfuckers." And apparently that dude who was getting over the pants, he wasn't looking for me because I was passed out, but he was looking for Tony and the other two guys that were like hanging out. He's like, "Yeah, dude. He's looking to fucking kill you guys." And he was like, "Why? What the fuck do? We didn't touch him." He's like, "Yeah, but you didn't stop it." It's like, "Would you have?" They're like, "Yeah." They're like, "All right."
Wait a minute.
He showed up to Love, was like, "You fucking cocksuckers. What the fuck? Blah, blah, blah." It's like, dude, I got to be honest with you. It's kind of hilarious that a passed out black guy, a gay black guy, was about to give you an HJ in your sleep. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you should look within. Maybe there's some things. Yeah, he was about to kill my buddy Tony. It was funny as shit.
There was one thing we used to do that was like, it was pretty good because like you just the reaction time, it like judged how fast you can move. But like if
the hand on the leg.
What?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the gay chicken hand on the leg.
Oh no. So when I was hanging out with Sean, when we were like party, Sean and John and like a bunch of our friends. So like, remember the suction cup dildo thing? Before we got rid of that,
classic.
One thing
classic Sean
is if someone's like, "Hey, you can get me a beer," like, no problem. So like you go in the fridge and like you hand people beers and they're like, "Yeah, all right." Yeah, but then you just hold the dildo out and they grab it. They're like, "Ah!" And they're just holding the big dildo. It's like so fucking, because you're like, "Ah, you're gay." They're like, "What?"
You ever hear some of like, dude, I think Gillis had told me and a couple other people, like, dude, there's some people, like groups of friends from, that I've never been to places like that, like outside of Philly where they play gay chicken. I'm like, this is just gay, dude. Like, I think you guys are just gay.
Yeah, you can just be gay.
Like, you ever play a game where like everyone's naked, all right, and then like one friend bends over and it's like the other guy slowly comes in with his wiener. It's like, oh, it's almost at the butthole. Ooh, you're gay. Crazy. I'm like, ugh.
You ever play that one
with like coming close to kiss or like hand on the leg. It's like, dude,
what are you doing?
What?
Like,
my whole thing is like, that's gay chicken. It's like, as soon as you touch it, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gay.
Yeah, you just be like,
you're chicken. I'm like, chicken of being gay? Okay. I am.
What are you talking about? Or like that one game where like guys just like spread each other's assholes open and sniff it.
You're like, what? Nothing? All right.
Wait, hold on.
I'm the weird one. I get it.
Wait, you ever play that game where like, someone's asleep and then you put their balls in your mouth?
You ever like, all right, so you go up and you see how many pairs of their dirty underwear you can put on your head? It's like, what?
You ever play that game?
And then you masturbate?
It's weird, like your friend goes and takes a huge dump, but then you stop them mid-dump and just smell the poop.
Like, dude, that's not even gay. That's just fucking. You're like, no, that's gross chicken. We play gross chicken. You ever puke on yourself and so you will lick it up? It's like, what?
It's like, I ever play that game where like you're with your buddy and then you put a cigar out on your nutsack, you let your friend smell the burning flesh, and then he shits in your hair.
It's pretty fun, dude. It's like asshole. Play asshole.
You get a couple of cards, and like if it's 5 seconds, it's 5 of clubs. So it's crazy.
It's funny too because I actually saw people were putting up. What was it for the? I didn't watch the second debate of Trump and Pence or Trump and Biden. One? Yeah. It was actually a night. It was like it was. I think it was fucking the night like 2 or 3 weeks ago when Jay came in. It was a Wednesday night.
Oh yeah.
It was either on Jay's night or Soder's first night on Thursday.
Got it.
Could have been because I talk about how when Trump said, bad things happen in Philadelphia and people lost their mind.
Yeah.
But apparently there was like drinking games going on for these fucking debates. And it was like, oh, drink during this. And then I started laughing about like, we used to have this one buddy who used to always just be like, all right, yo, drinking game. You know what I mean? Yo, drink every time. He was that kid.
Yeah.
We were all like, dude, I'm just going to drink, man, at my own pace. All right, dog? And he'd be like, all right, well, dude, I'm just saying, if you're playing, I'm like, I'm not playing. You're like, well, everyone's playing. I'm like, I'm not. He's like, if you're here, you're playing. I'm like, I'm not playing.
The best part about those guys also is like, they'll play drinking games with themselves. That's the craziest part about those dudes.
Yeah.
Like, you ever play that game where like you watch Fargo and drink every time they say yeah? I did that yesterday night. My parents, no one was around, but I ended up dying.
Yeah. It's like the fat ass kid from Varsity Blues, that fat fuck. And they're like, yeah, he's hilarious. He's fucking like every fat guy over the years of movies have been that's the only way they could be even invited to a party. Like you look at that fat shit from Varsity Blues, you look at Chubbs from Teen Wolf. You know what I mean? There's 2 prime examples. All they had to do was go over that. Those guys go home and cry, and they're like, God, I just want to have friends and be invited to stuff. I don't want to have to fucking suck Jello up my ass. I don't want
to have to be the fat guy at the party. It's like,
that fucking fat retard throws up in the washing machine in Varsity Blue. I'd have fucking beat the shit out of his fat ass if that was my house. I'd be like, dude, are you kidding me? You throw up on the ground is better than in my parents' washing machine. You tell the shit.
Just throw up on the floor. We can clean that up. If you throw up in a washing machine, I don't even know how you get that out. You do the wash without the wash in it? I have no idea.
You have did you guys have the puker growing up? The guy who would be passed out? It doesn't matter if he could be passed out. Dude, we had one passed out, sitting up in the middle of a party. Just you'd look away, turn back, puke all over his fucking chest, down his shirt. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude.
You had a couple guys like that who just like, I mean, I'll give it to them. They would throw up, but they'd come back and like try and party. Like there was a kid I
Oh, you have to. It's your only move when you're that young. Like if you don't, you're fucked.
This kid Jed we hung out with.
Oh yeah.
He had never drank before he hung out with us. So like if we were at a party and like really throwing down, like I would see where Jed be like
oh yeah,
trying, and I'm like, you better go throw up. He's like, I don't know if I should. I'm like, just throw up anywhere. I remember he one time threw up in the tub of somebody's house, but didn't.
That's not bad though, dude.
It's not,
tub puke.
like,
that's not. I mean, the toilet's right there, but
he threw up in the tub, but he didn't tell anybody. Like he just didn't even turn. Like didn't rinse it. Threw it up and then like left. I mean, he was fucked up. But like the next day, everyone was like, "What?" Like people were going into the bathroom like, "Why does it smell in here? Why does it smell so bad?"
They pull it back like it's Psycho.
It's
like yeet, yeet, yeet.
It honestly looked like he shit out of his mouth.
Oh,
that were in there, dude. I was like,
chewed up Lunchables,
dude. So much. I think what the fuck? Oh, we had eaten fucking pizza and like we had breadsticks and you could see all of them in there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was fucking crazy.
Yeah,
but yeah. I mean, puking is like. I mean, I've done that. I've also been in places where you know you're gonna throw up, and then I would very quickly run a place and throw up real quick, and then try. Like, your whole game is trying to get back to the party faster than anybody else knows that you were gone throwing up.
I mean, at a very young age, I remember, like, 16, 17 years old. I remember like hitting a point where I was like, "There's no turning back. Doesn't matter what I do right now." Oh, yeah. And I'd stop drinking. I'm definitely going to fucking throw up. But I was glad I realized that. I mean, at the time, I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I was like, fuck, I'm a loser. I'm going to throw up. But now it's like, man, I'm glad because I remember just walking off like, be like a house, backyard, alleyway, some shit. Just go there and just yarf out. And they were harsh yarfs. Oh, yeah, man. Remember young puke drunks? Dude, they'd be like, oh!
I also scream puke now. Like, I don't even think
scream puke.
Like I yell puke like fucking an ex-girlfriend of mine, she would throw up, but it like I heard her throw up one time and I was like,
she like ah. That would have been so much funny if that game like I threw up when they woke him up. They're like, dude. He's like, yeah. He's half mooned it over there.
And he was just like mid
yeah.
Fucking dude. But yeah, there's also, I've told you before, like I'm pretty sure we brought it up on this fucking pod about the two girls that I went on dates with who threw up in front of me and on themselves. And then
yeah. That was like first dates, wasn't it?
Yeah. The one was the first date. The other one was like we had met up twice, and like this is like we were after hours at a bar, and I knew the bartender, and we did a shot, and like I watched. When we did it, like I could see on her face, like it was like in a cartoon where like you swallow something you don't like and it's a bomb going down your throat. And like,
I
watched her like,
she was like,
try and keep it in. And then like, just like burped and then like came out, but it got all in her hair. And like me and the dude are like, you okay? She's like, I have to go. You know what? I think I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. You know what? It's a good time. I'm going to go crap.
She's like, I have to take a massive shit. Excuse me.
Dude.
Like, go.
My one buddy, he used to be a big puke crapper.
Oh, always. Man.
For some reason, every time he would puke really hard and like bring it from like the gallows, dude, that's like fucking way down, he'd have to shit. And he said, dude, there was multiple times that we'd be at like somebody's house. He did it in my apartment one time. My first apartment. Piece of shit. I remember he fucking did that too and didn't fucking tell me. We got hammered at this bar down the street and came back to my apartment. I just sick one bedroom down in like Drexel Hill. And fucking he came. I was like, dude, just crash my place, whatever. He came in. We were hammered, and like the worst thing was I missed this by like 20 minutes because let's just say we got back. I was like, it would be great right now if we listen to some really good burnt CDs. You know what I mean? Burn a good album. So I called the guy who I know who has the best catalog of burnt CDs.
He's got a whole book of it.
Dude. And funny thing is, those CDs would have made him puke quicker than fucking anyone. But anyway, he goes into my bathroom almost immediately, and I hear him like, dude, I want to fucking puke. And I'm like, all right, dude. and I just hear him like go in there. And I don't hear puking. Then I hear just fucking liquid hit my tub. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then he comes out and I'm like, dude, what did you do in there? He's like, oh, dude, I just fucking turned your tub on and like fucking washed my face. And I was like, okay. He lied to me about his puke hitting the tub. I was like, just tell me. You could have just turned the fucking water on and let the shit go down the drain. And then he sat back down. He's like, what's up with those? What's up with the, with the bird CDs? I was like, you're not getting any, dude. What are you kidding me? Because the next morning I didn't even fucking notice because, he closed the fucking curtain. I don't know why. I didn't open the fucking curtain. And the next morning I was like, God damn it. I was in there with the fucking, with the Comet. I was like,
yeah, dude, you gotta use it, man. Dude, there was one time I remember being at a party and this chick threw up so hard that she shit her pants. I was waiting for you to get done. I was like, dude, I just like a lightning bolt. Just like,
oh yeah.
I only remember when she did that, dude. Fucking poor Adrian. Dude, we were partying and like she was cool.
Dude, a shit puke.
Dude.
That's gotta be tough, dude. Like you're just like, it's like, uh-oh. It's like I don't know what side to cover.
She threw up and crapped her pants, but like I remember she was like calling out for her friends to come in. She's like,
oh, that's hilarious.
And I was like, what? I was like, are you all right? She's like, don't come in here.
It's occupied. Like, don't come in here.
Okay, I'm not, but are you okay? Do you need like water or something? Because everyone heard you throwing up.
Was this a chick you were hooking up with or something?
No. It was just a chick at a party. Random chick. We were at a random house.
Oh, okay.
She, like, we knew her, but like she's like in the bathroom throwing up. And I remember like it was loud enough where people were like, ah, man, she's really fucking getting it in. But then like
she's really getting it in.
She's really fucking getting it in there.
Dude, that's so funny. They're just out in like a living room or a common space. So like, this party's pretty good. I like this song. Ooh, you hear her in there? Adrian? Really getting it in, dude.
You just come like, I like that.
Oh, dude. Close up puke porn, dude. Here we go.
Hell yeah, dude. But she was in there and then like I guess she stopped throwing up and everyone was like, hey, are you done? Because like she's like, I need help. Like, go get Jess. Like, what? And like, so Jess went in and we're like still sitting and like Jess comes out. She's like, oh man, oh my God. I was like, what? She's like, I have to leave. I have to go like get another pair of pants. I was like, what? She didn't even like, she could have lied and said she peed herself, which I guess that would have
been said she puked on her pants or something.
Anything. She's like, no, she pooped.
She pooped, dude. Girls saying pooped is so funny, though. It's like she pooped in her pants. It's like, yeah, dude.
Dude,
guys like, dude, she crapped his fucking pants, dude.
I'll tell you what, there's nothing better. There's one chick I knew that would constantly say when she had to take a shit, but she would say like, I've got to take a fat shit. Like just like that. I was like, way to not.
Dude, that reminds me, you ever been the guy who brings either girl or guy, doesn't matter. You ever been the guy who brings the asshole to the party that no one else knows, but just ends up fucking shit up, but either a girl or a guy? Have you been there? I've been on both accounts with the girl and the guy, and I have heard very clearly, who brought this fucking idiot? I'm like, yeah, who brought that guy?
I was like, I don't know who that guy is.
Dude, both times, worst nights of my life, dude. Both times.
I've also, it's funny that I've also.
Who did you bring? Did you bring a guy or a girl? Guys are the worst because guys usually, if they fuck it up, they fucking break something, they fucking puke somewhere, or, whatever.
Unfortunately, me and Sean and Charlie were those guys that like would go to parties
that would get brought to.
They're like, God damn it, why'd you bring them? I'm like, well,
you weren't the guys bringing people. You were the attendee.
Oh yeah. Oh God, yeah, dude. There was one time. So Charlie,
I can't believe that,
started hanging out with this dude named Nickel, which I'm not shitting you. He had nickel
what an asshole
on his face.
He had a what?
He had nickel, the word nickel, tattooed on his face.
Why? Because that's all he could afford. He's like, I only get 5 bags, brother. It's like, what?
Nickel apparently.
What a fucking asshole.
A major like pusher.
He's dead. He's definitely dead.
There's a good
possibility. He was a drug dealer named Nickel, and his fucking slang and his nickname was tatted on his face. That dude's been dead for fucking 8 years.
So we went one day. Charlie was like, because like Nickel hung out with us like one time. Charlie brought him to Sean's house, and we were like, and dude, this guy was like weird. Like, I mean, it was like, what is this guy doing here? Not like, what is he doing here? It's like, what? He doesn't fit the description of anything. Like, we're all like, just like dudes wearing like band t-shirts, and Nichols standing there and like fucking like Rockaware, just like looking at everybody.
Oh
like,
God.
Like, you need a beer.
Yeah, he's the wigger section at Kohl's. He puts on all baby blue and white.
Oh, dude, he was a nice enough guy.
Why was Charlie hanging out with this guy?
Why?
Yeah.
So Charlie at this point in time was real into burnt CDs and real into other not CDs, I would say, but like maybe cassette tapes that like some people put in their butt to feel good, and other musical instruments. He was in a myriad of it. And this guy Nickel owned a record store, so like he got a lot of stuff.
He owned a record store
from Nickel, and Charlie and Nickel apparently worked at the same construction site a couple of times.
Of course, so, why not? A couple of times, so it wasn't steady. They're both tired. No.
It was just like this guy. Honestly, we only hung out. I remember only seeing him like 2 fucking times, but then one time, Nickel like. We hung out, and then like he thought Sean and I were hilarious. He's like, "You boys is crazy, man. You craziest boys in the world."
Where was he from? Was he from up your way?
He lived. I know he lived in Pottstown. I know that, but he was from. I think he wasn't born in Pennsylvania. I know where he was from. The South somewhere. I just don't remember where. Because he was explaining one night. I was like, "I don't really care, dude. Do you have like weed? That's what I need." It's like I don't care. I don't need.
Right.
So one night, though, he tells Charlie that he's throwing a party with all of his friends at his house in Pottstown. He's like, bring your boys. So I remember it was me, Sean, Charlie, and John. And we showed up to this house. We were the only white dudes there, which I thought was fucking hilarious. Like, and we're just like walking in. Everyone's just like,
was this house a 1-bedroom apartment?
No, it was actually it was
in Pottstown?
Regular house. What?
In Pottstown?
Yeah, it was a regular house. So like we get there and we're like walking in, and Nichols like, he's like, these are my blah 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 blah, and everyone's like just staring at us. And I was like, all right. I was like, who's got beer, weed? And I was like, and you. And the guy, he was like holding it. He had a nitrous tank, and I was like, you, I want the biggest balloon you got. He's like, you serious? I was like, yeah. So he fucking goes, and I'm like, I do it, and I remember like fishing out and falling backwards and hitting a table and knocking a potted plant off of it. And I was like, fuck. And everyone's like,
you guys need that? Probably not. Whatever.
It's like, whatever. We're here to fucking throw down. And then all it was like, I don't think anybody at that party, I was blown away that like how little drinking was being done. Like how little anything was going on at this party. It wasn't like a rager, but there were like 50 fucking people there. I was so blown away by it. I was like, what the fuck does anybody do here? You guys just hang out.
You guys crap puke? You guys into crap puking?
Like, what do you guys do? So yeah, and then we broke an entire bottle of fucking vodka or something. Like Sean and I were like fucking around, like throwing it back and forth because we're just fucking assholes. And that was the thing too, is that Nickel just like he laughed it off. Like it was like watching someone be a clown.
He's like, ha, ha, damn dog. Yeah, oh dude, hit him with the shit, dog. Dude. I want to fucking kill every kid that laughs like that.
Oh shit!
Oh shit, kid.
Yeah.
Fucking retards,
dude. It was, dude. There was one guy also too. It was crazy. He sounded like it wasn't until I met him. He did sound like it was like I thought it was like a thing. He sounded like Oakland.
Oh, really?
That's why. That? Yo, for real. Like when I heard Oakland do it, I thought he was like.
Yeah, for the listeners, Oakland was a open micer in Philly for a short time. He was horrendous.
A great DJ. Still,
they all are.
Proud. But yeah, I thought when I heard Oakland the first time do that, I thought he was imitating.
I hated Oakland. I wanted to fucking kill him.
I never even had.
Especially when you got off stage and he just talked to you. I'm like, why the fuck can't you just do that?
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird. Anyway, yeah, I've been that guy who's been the worst person to bring to a party. I've also brought terrible women to parties before.
Who'd you bring? Who's the last terrible woman you brought other than Pedge? Dude, also, we didn't talk about it, but I know everybody mostly knows about it. Pedge getting kicked out of election night at Matt and Shane's was so fucking funny. Dude, it was wild. I was like, what are you doing? And
it's a birthday month, man.
If you haven't seen it, just it's on Matt and Shane's YouTube channel, the election night live cast. And I think the funniest part about it was me yelling, man, imagine this being your biggest credit. And then from the distance, you just hear, this isn't my biggest credit. And I'm like, well, isn't it?
It would have been great if Pedge puke shit her pants.
Oh my God. You should have seen her out front. I went outside to smoke. She was still there waiting on an Uber. She was like, of course it played out like this. You guys fucking do whatever you want and fucking, because everyone loves you guys. So you do it. I'm like, okay. I'm like, you're goddamn right, dude. I was like, also, we don't steal booze from the people that are putting on the show. We don't do that.
I mean, that was
she should have just asked to come up to the panel and she would have gotten a drink. If she would have asked Shane, dude, at that point, it was free for all. It was 3 hours in at this point. Shane was hammered, fucking, they were tired. There's nobody that can do that much without fucking being like, all right, who else is back there? Blah, blah. If Pedge would have came out, she would have got a fucking 2 pitchers, whatever. But she decided to go to the front row of the comedy club and try and steal it.
Oh, dude. One time, oh my God. So this also happened. It's funny you talk about like that club and people being brought to places that you didn't need.
So, wait, no, I did want to hear the worst girl you brought to a party.
So this was like it was an ex-girlfriend, of course.
I know her.
What? No.
I know
this is like when I was like
before.
This is like
okay, yeah.
Right out of high school or like I can't even fucking remember. But anyway, she was notorious for like
puke shitting.
I wish, dude, I would have taken a puke shitter over anybody who like thinks there's nothing worse than like a fucking chick who just like thinks they can party harder than anyone else.
Oh, it's the worst.
Dude. And also can't in any capacity.
None of them can. None of them can.
When you go and like you're like, hey, can you just like, I know we're gonna be drinking whatever, but like you don't have the conversation with them. You just like you're trying to shine it to them because the last thing you need is being like, look, you're a fucking weirdo when you get drunk. And they're like, what are you fucking talking about? I don't fucking need that can of worms being fucking open. But we showed up and they're playing beer pong. She's like, oh, we're totally going to play. We're going to fucking win. We're going to fucking play. It's going to be amazing. I was like, yeah, let's go. Let's fucking do it. And then like, oh man, she started like 3 arguments with overrule. Like that's another thing. Like, dude, there's nothing.
This is how we play.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Dude. Yeah, dude, don't even get me started. Fucking the turd is guilty of that. The turd, let's just say the turd used to bring a girl around, not for long, but dude, there was a giant argument over Rummy 500 one night. I was like, who gives a shit? Imagine. Who fucking gives a shit? You play it this way, we play it that way. Let's agree and continue to play. Who fucking cares?
There was like, I remember she and I got into an argument once, again, about like a drinking game. Like, I think it was beer pong. About like, if you catch it, you have to do it behind your back. And if you don't do it behind your back, you're like, they get more cup. I'm like, why don't we just try and make the ball into a cup and stop being fucking like, why don't we just keep doing that? Like
people that argue over beer pong are fucking retarded.
It's insane.
It's like, well, how do you play this way? Cool. Let's go.
And I'll fucking,
if you don't like it, don't play the next game.
Dude. And then I think she started an argument with my friend's girl. That was another thing too. Like when your friends' girlfriends are like, you're kind of, and they don't like that girl, it's even worse when there's like,
I don't know. I've never had to deal with that in my life.
Dude, it is.
I got through most of that without laughing. I was like, are you kidding me? What are you talking? What are you saying? My girlfriend is not like certain girls that my friends have brought around? Not me. She is very welcoming.
Arms wide open, dude. She's the best.
Right into a headlock. It's like fucking cocksucker.
But yeah, I think that was shitty. And then there was one time I remember when I was living, like my roommate Gianna, when she was living here, she tried setting me up on a date with this chick named fucking Marissa or something. And I met her and she was all right. But then like, I think it was, we were like planning on going on a date after a round of Philly's Funniest. So like she wanted to come to the show. I'm like, yeah, fine. That's totally fine. They both came, but she got shit hammered before she showed up. And then while
I think you told me about this.
While I was about to
Wait, what Philly's Funniest was this?
This was like 2014, I think. I'm almost positive.
Okay.
So like, yeah, she got hammered and then ejected from the club. But as she was being thrown out, she's like, I know Ryan Shader. I know who he is. You can't kick me out because I'm with him. And he worked. And she was just like, dude. And I remember hearing it and being like, mortified.
Oh, God. Yeah.
There is nothing worse than like, dude,
that's brutal.
Got chills thinking. I was like, God damn it, dude.
Yeah.
It's like I would have had fucking Jordan follow me around, like, damn, did you just get rammed in the mud?
Damn, that girl's kind of a bitch.
You're never gonna work here ever. Damn.
Like, damn, dude, you're never gonna find anyone. You'll die alone. Damn. Like, fuck, dude.
Damn. Wanna play gay chicken? Damn.
It's like I'll crap puke. Damn. Anyway, all right, let's wrap this up. We got to do that pod.
Yeah.
Pod at 6:30, dude. I just got the invite.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, so I'll put this out later, but tomorrow night I'm in Nashville at Zany's with Gillis, and then Wednesday night we're at Stand Up Live in Huntsville, Alabama, and then after that, I don't know the dates, but if you look on the Goobies website, whenever Soto's coming in, I'm featuring for him that weekend. I think it's December, but we got some time. That's all I got. I don't know.
The again, the 18th at Helium with the Pat House.
Whoa.
First with Rich Voss at Odd Logic Brewery.
Wait, when is it?
What?
That's November 21st?
November 21st, yeah. And then I just got the poster. She sent it to me. I'll be at Stand Up NY, the drive-in comedy on Coney Island with Aaliyah Janine, which will be fucking great, and headliner Mick Foley.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I'm looking, that'll be fucking dope.
Yeah, you and Foley, dude.
Dude. I hope he
you and another fat Foley.
Can't get away from
like going back in time. It's you and the kid.
That
is pretty crazy. That's gonna be good.
If he's like, what do you got? What do you need? What do you need? What do you got? I'm like, Jesus.
You're like, oh no. God damn it.
It's like that scene from a movie where like it zooms in, but the back zooms out. Just like, oh no. Damn it.
He's like, Shader, it's been me the whole time. It's me, Foley. Huh? Yeah. What do you need?
He pulls off the mask like, you got to smoke for the kid? Come on. Like, God damn it.
All right, good. Yeah, that'll be awesome. Yeah. Nice, dude. I'm pumped. When is that? The Mick Foley show?
December 13th.
Nice. All right, cool. All right, good. Yeah, that's good, right? Good. Yeah, go crap puke, you piece of shit.